Most of our offices at OCU don't have windows. So we had a variety of meetings this morning, and at some point, probably 10:40 or so, I stepped out of my office and from 100 yards away, looked out the Freedy Center window, and it appeared to be a blizzard. We didn't know what to do, we didn't know who to expect, so we're glad you're here. We're happy to have you as our guest for lunch for a change. Like I said, we're just going to keep it very casual. We've got a few reports. If beyond those reports, I'd say whatever questions you might have of any coach or student, throw them out there, and we'll just see where it leads us today. We always start, I'm shocked we have more students here than I thought we would have on a cold February day. So OCU students, if you'll stand and introduce yourself, we'll kind of start there. If you're all of you, Tyson.
Come on, volleyball.
All right, Tyson, you're the best dressed. You lead us all. Tell us your name, your sport, your major, and where you're from.
My name's Tyson Campbell. I grew up in a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. I received my undergraduate in economics last May from Minor School of Business, and I have one more year's eligibility for the wrestling team here. And I'm pursuing an education degree from OCU's education department now.
Very good.
My name's Tori Flynn. I'm from Edmond, and I'm studying biochemistry, and I play volleyball. I'm Kelly Shields. I play volleyball. I'm studying accounting and English, and I'm from Edmond.
I'm Rachel Brown. I'm from Edmond. I'm on the cross-country team, and I'm a cell molecular biology major.
My name is Riley Driver McClure. I'm also a cell and molecular bio and on the cross-country team, and I'm from Colorado.
Colorado, we should all run with you today. Let's give them a round of applause. We never know how it's going to work out, but we had quite a showing from Edmond today, didn't we? I think we're going to start with Coach Trammell. Our women's basketball team is currently the co-#1 team in the nation, and I'm not going to go into depth on that, but the dang ranking system is kind of off because we were ranked #3 a week or so ago, and ranked ahead of us was a team in our conference that we had already beat soundly at home. So we're thrilled to be #1. Rich gave me a terrific sheet of facts that I forgot to bring, but we've won something like 16 games in a row.
20, but no counting. I don't count those things. I don't know. Thank you, Jim, very much. Well, one, I want to say that it was exciting Saturday walking out of the locker room, going into the gym, and seeing all the pink in the stands. So thank you for wearing your pink shirts, pink jackets, pink ribbons, and along with our pink uniforms to represent breast cancer awareness. It was a great event. Probably one of my favorite stories of that day, not only the win, but I was standing out in the lobby. A lady that I haven't had a conversation with before came up to me and said, "Can I interrupt you for a second?" I was visiting with family, visiting from Fort Worth, and I said, "Sure." And she said, "I don't know how Desiree Jeffries knew." And of course I'm thinking, "Oh, Des, what did you do?" And I said, well, for anyone that's been to our game, anyone that starts that night throws a t-shirt when their name is announced. Well, I gave them pink ribbons to go find someone in the stands, put that pink ribbon on them in representation of breast cancer awareness. And she said, "I just don't know how that young lady knew." She goes, I don't know her. And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Des is a wonderful young woman." And she said, "Well, I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor." And she goes, "That inspired me more than anything that Desiree chose me." And I thought, win or lose, that's what it's all about right there. So I thought that was absolutely fantastic, something I'll always remember. As Jim said, our women's basketball team, last time we met here at the Blue and White Luncheon, yep, we're still rolling, moving forward. We do have the best win streak right now in NAIA. We have 20 games that we have won in a row. So we're going to, everyone knock right now. Go around and superstitious a little bit. We're currently #1 in conference at 13-0. We have 3 games left. I'm going to try not to get teary-eyed on this moment because I want it to last for a very long time because I love my team. Saturday is our last home game. We're representing our 5 seniors. Directly after our game along with the men's basketball team, and so I hope you're there to support those young ladies. I will start all 5 seniors that night, so it should be exciting. Then we turn around and we travel to Oklahoma Baptist, and then we end our conference season at Rogers State in Claremore. So very competitive teams. Conference tournament, I know there's been some rumors it's at St. Gregory's or OBU. I will confirm it is at Oklahoma Baptist this year, and I know Rich and his crew is going to do a great job of getting that information out to you when we know when we're playing and who we are playing and what time. Young ladies, Desiree Jeffries, I just mentioned, I'm going to have to hug her next time I see her after that little story. She did yesterday get SAC Player of the Week. The last 3 games, she averaged 18 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5 assists. So she well deserved that honor. Even in our last game, Lauren Gober again tied the 3-point record. She had 7 3-pointers. We thought she was going to get that 8th one to break the record, but it's just going to motivate her to want to do it in our upcoming games. Again, thank you for support. I've got to say thanks to Rich and his crew and Greg and Cody for setting up our gym. Everyone that works our scorers table, Melody, Josh, I mean, and Jim, it takes a lot of people to put our game day special. And Paul and Kim Sanders for, taking care of that hospitality room and cleaning it up. I mean, I know you get up there and you do it as quick as you can to get back to the men's game, but we just appreciate everyone that's involved in the process. You really make our days special. Other than that, Brooke Pendergraft, my assistant coach, couldn't do it without her, wouldn't want to do it without her, and she does a great job along with my brother Donnie. So I'm very blessed right now, very special place that I have the opportunity to coach at, and just thank you for allowing this opportunity. Thank you.
Now we'll switch over to men's basketball.
I wish I could say 20. I can tell you this. I can say 20 close games, but for us, it's a little. And I know for the rest of the players, it's about that time to get over the hump of being close. I never got into this business to be close. We've had a few games that were decided by 2, 3, maybe 5 points every once in a while, but it's been too close for me. And it seems like with our team, there is a point in the game where we lose focus. And it may be for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's hard to recover in most of those cases. Since the last time we met, I think we were coming off a 5-game lose streak, and then picked up 4 straight games. And after that, we just kind of lost focus, went over to USAO, and had a chance, like always, to put it away. And 1 rebound decided it all. And there were a couple of games we had a last-second shot, opportunity to win it, didn't do it. Worked out for our favor when we were at Mid-America, the last 2.9 seconds. I thought that was going to really be able to give us a lift, get our guys pretty inspired. I mean, they haven't given up. That's for one thing. They haven't given up. They're ready to go charge and go into the conference tournament, hopefully with a lot of vigor and excitement to get after these guys. We, just like Latricia said, we have these 3 games left to conference with St. Gregory's coming in. Then we go to OBU and Rogers State. So things get a little easier once we get to those 2 schools. And then we'll get into the conference tournament and just see what happens. So that's where we are, and hopefully we can get a run going and get some type of momentum so we can get in the conference tournament and see where we can go from there. Anyone has any questions about our season? I know you may be frustrated a little bit, but please hang in there.
It's just frustrating because you've had a lot of, you even 2 points out of Wayland Baptist and Texas in overtime against Levy.
Exactly. And when you get into games like that, I've heard some people say sometimes you would rather get blown out than have to lose that way, but I'm not down for that. It takes a lot of energy, but I'm not down for getting blown out. So we're going to try to turn it around. Go ahead.
Dionne, would you mind recapping what happened at Mid-America in those last 5 seconds of the game?
It was kind of a blur, but we were down 5 seconds. We brought the ball up the floor, and I had to make a decision whether we were going to kind of call a timeout or let it play out. And I instinctively just called a timeout, and all of a sudden now you're sitting there having to draw something up. Your players are looking in your eyes saying, well, you called a timeout. You better draw something up. So we have a special play that we usually run. Whether it's going to work or not, we don't know. But I figured with the way that they were guarding Charlton Jones that game, we would use him as a decoy. And more than likely, and Caleb set a good screen for him, and basically it was an out-of-bounds play to throw it right into Caleb. Caleb caught the ball and kind of kind of paused for a second there in the last 2.9 seconds, and I was kind of freaking out why he just kind of held the ball. But he told me that he felt like he knew there was enough time on the clock, and he didn't want them to have as much time to get it out of bounds and throw it. So I caught it and went on with it. But yeah, it was an exciting end of the game. But you know, you hope that you never have to get in those situations. You hope that you take care of things throughout the game so you can put yourself in a situation where you're at least 5 to 10 points ahead. You can relax like Latricia does. I'd love to have those moments.
Everyone knows again, thank you.
I'd love to have those moments. I'm sitting there wondering, you know, I'm sitting up here, she's up 25 points and she's still yelling. I'm saying, shit, give me that. I'll have a drink in my hand, sitting back and relaxing. I'm not gonna mess it up. But you know, and we've enjoyed watching Latricia. You know, sometimes we get off the bus and we're about to go and watch them play. We get there right about halftime, and most of us are trying to guess what the score is going to be or the spread is going to be. So, and usually it's more than what we expected. But she's doing a heck of a job, and we really appreciate that. And we appreciate your support. Every game, she finds a way, and her team finds a way to stick around and watch us. And I can see her going through the agony a little bit too while we're going through it. But I appreciate you guys' support. So thank you. All right. No questions? All right. Thank you.
If it's snowing, we must be in baseball season, and I'm pretty sure we've already played 8 games, so we'll let Denney Crabaugh give us a little baseball update.
Yeah, if there was any doubt that why it's snowing, it's because he told me I was talking today. And, you know, it just goes hand in hand. We've played 10 games so far this year. We're 8-2, which is probably a game under where I thought we might be at this point in time. Biggest thing for us this year, we've kind of done with little smoke and mirrors. We've been fighting a lot of injuries. Right now we've got 4 pitchers on the DL, 2 of our 3 catchers on the DL, an outfielder and an infielder. Outfielder who had surgery, who's kind of coming back, and an infielder who probably needs surgery, but he's trying to hold it off on his arm. So, you know, our most valuable player so far this spring might be Cody Legg and his training staff, and Dr. King. Dr. King, I need Shane Henderson back. Okay, you know, hopefully we're going to get 2 of our pitches. It was crazy because we had 2 pitchers go down with season-ending injuries in the fall. Then this spring had a pitcher go down, what we thought might have been a season injury, but we got some good news from Dr. King. Said maybe we might get him back in 4 to 6 weeks. We'll see. And then that time I had another pitcher go down with emergency appendectomy, and hopefully we're going to get him back, I guess, about March the 1st. Hopefully we'll be back in. But so right now we've got 8 healthy pitchers, or 7 healthy pitchers. We've thrown a couple of position players, got them ready to go into some ball games, and actually pitched this past week. So we're just trying to get back together again, and this weather actually gives us a little break. We're supposed to play tomorrow. That game's already been canceled, and hopefully we can get a couple of our guys healthy. Just these nagging things going here now, and getting ready to go into this weekend. Like I said, we are 8-2 right now. We've got some guys doing some good things. Chris Munoz, a returner from last year, off to a great start. He's really the catalyst of our offense. A couple of newcomers. John Rodriguez is leading our team in hitting right now, hitting like .530. Forrest Smith, another big first baseman, he's hitting around 400, somewhere in there. Leading the team in home runs, RBIs. Chris is up here in RBIs. Cody Farrell, a returner from last year, is having off to a really good start as well offensively. We've been doing pretty good. We've been scoring a lot of runs in certain ball games, and then 2 losses, we don't score any runs. Either both games we got shut out twice by Northwood, which I told Lyle that happens again, he's going to be looking for a job. I always tell Keith, every game pretty much, hey, go get me 15 today and I'll hold them, you know, with the pitchers. And then it's like he doesn't get any. We almost got perfect game in the first game, and almost had a first for me. I had a pitcher, had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning, went out in the 7th inning, and he gave up 1 hit and got beat because we only had 2 hits and didn't score. And they scored a run. We hit a guy leadoff hitter, bunting him over, ground ball, throw the ball away at first, game over. That was the game, 1-0. But I've been pretty happy with the offense for the most part, except for those 2 games, obviously. But then we come back against Benedictine, scored 34 runs against them the next day, and so everybody swung the bat real good. So hopefully we'll carry that on. Our pitching staff, even though we are very thin, the guys have been throwing well. Derek Howe, he's 1-1. He was the pitcher who had the no-no going into the 7th inning and ends up getting beat. He's 1-1 with a 0.0 ERA. Davis Henderson is another guy. I think he's won 2 ball games. Cody, my son, he's 1-1 with a good ERA 3, something like that. So our team ERA is like 2.6, and team batting average is right around 340. So we're getting starting to get it together a little bit. We have a lot of games coming up every weekend. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next weekend, with Friday and Saturday. And then the weekend after that, Saturday and Sunday, all the next 3 weekends we play at home. Invite you all to come out. A lot of the games are on the internet. I know Rich and his crew, Rich and Matt, spend a lot of time out there. We're doing a lot of 3-ways with a couple other teams coming in, and spent a lot of time at the ballpark the last couple of weekends. But I think we're going to be fun to watch all the way through, and I really invite you all to come out and take in some games. One of these days, I hope we kind of get, as good as Latricia's punch and just beat the crap out of everybody. And I really hope, that we get in the point to where our guys are playing as consistently hard as Dionne's guys are. For you, I tell you more, I really appreciate watching your guys play. The killer instinct y'all have and how hard your guys play. And I know it's like we were talking a while ago. I wouldn't want to play them come playoffs, come conference tournament, because they're dangerous. But anyway, I invite you to come on out and enjoy some good games. I know Paul and Kim were out there the other day, and I think you were out there today. We beat up on Benedictine, weren't you?
Yeah.
Keep coming.
I was surprised how good Jonathan Segale pitched. He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Think of him as an infielder, but
Well, he's one of our position players who we've decided he's been throwing some pins and stuff, because you never can tell. You need these arms. We're playing 5 games a weekend, and you've got 8 healthy pitchers, 7, 8 healthy pitchers. You can do the math, and if you go there and have some starters go deep. Unfortunately, we've got some guys that have gone pretty deep, and other guys that have stepped up. And that's the good thing about it. Is with the thin pitching staff, some of your bottom part of your pitching staff guys, they have to have quality innings, and that's only going to help us come down the road when it comes to playoff time. These guys getting quality innings. So come on out. We're going to be there hopefully all the way till June. Anyway, any questions? All right.
I don't think today is the day to prolong the presentation, so what I might ask is if any of our coaches have things they want to briefly share, or if any of you have a question of a coach, now might be the time to ask it. I don't know, Dr. Keene, if you wanted to have any rebuttal opportunities, or good. Any other things that we need to mention? Yes,
February
Brandy?
23rd will be our final stunt at home again at 2 o'clock against UCLA.
Okay.
So
Is that a Saturday?
that is Saturday too.
Okay.
Saturday the 23rd.
Saturday the 23rd.
I don't see our men's golf coach, but we started our men's season with a victory last week. Wrestling heads to the regional championships this weekend. Every weekend that we go to an indoor track meet, somebody sets a new record.
Well, we have 4 qualified for the indoor nationals.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
You're getting there.
We're getting there
You're going
slowly.
to beat the Baptist one of these days.
When we beat OBU, we'll win the national title. So it's a good day, Art.
Other questions or items to discuss? If not, we'll move on to door prizes. I'll just mention March 25th is the Sports Spectacular. It's the largest fundraiser of the year for our athletic department. Not sure that we were smart enough in our haste to drive in the snow to bring any of those brochures. We have an auction and a dinner, and we're honoring Sam Presti, the general manager of the Thunder. It's the biggest event that we have. So if you can help us by donating an auction item, if you can help us by attending that event, we sure hope that you would consider doing it. That's an event that I really think is worth the money and the time to be involved in. I will also tell you that Sunday we had what I'll call a day of volunteerism in our department. We had every student athlete, or about every student athlete, I think all 5 or 6 that are here participated, but we decided we were going to clean up and straighten up the Freedy Center. So if you visit us again in the very near future, you will know the very, I don't know if it's faint or not, but there is a wonderful aroma of pine sol that permeates the building because we mopped and brushed the men's basketball team who had played 3 games in the last 5 days. Worked like dogs. The women's basketball team that had played 3 games in 5 days. Anyway, part of what we understand is we have 46 national championship banners hanging in that building, and if anybody ought to be proud of it, it ought to be us. So I'm proud of our coaches and our student athletes. Sometimes on a Sunday, really in a given week, that's about the only day that you got that you don't have something else going on. And we decided let's schedule something on that day, but it worked out wonderfully. Okay, anything else that we need to mention? Am I forgetting something? Oh, Josh Brandon has just done one whale of a job. He's our assistant athletic director for compliance. Josh has a law degree from OCU. I can't tell you how compliance is not the sexy part of athletics, and I'm not sure what the sexy part is. I guess winning 20 games in a row is sexy. But Josh has accepted another position. He's going to be moving on to the University of Texas, San Antonio. His final day will be March 1st, so I hope if you get in fact, why don't we give Josh Josh or don't know Josh, I hope you'll take a chance to say thank you for all your hard work, because it's a lot of hard work in what we all do, and he certainly deserves that. All right.
Any more